The character feng is an associative compound. Its original meaning is to heap up soil and plant trees to demarcate boundaries, establishing states through enfeoffment, also known as founding states by enfeoffing land, is simply called feudalism. It means the Son of Heaven granted the land outside the directly governed royal domain to vassal lords and bestowed titles on them. Vassal lords then enfeoffed nobles. This was a way for victorious ancient tribes to rule over the defeated land and its people. When did it start? There is still controversy over the exact origin time of the feudal system. Some claim that it began in the Western Zhou dynasty, like Fan Wenlin. Some believe it started when the three families divided Jin, such as some history scholars. There are even those who assert that it originated when Qin unified China, like Guo Moruo. It should be said that since the tribal wars, the embryonic form of feudalism has existed. From the Five Emperors era to the Xia, Shang, and Zhou dynasties, it kept developing. By the Zhou dynasty, the feudal system reached its peak of perfection. Liu Yimu, a professor at Fudan University, said that from the Tang and Yu eras to the Zhou dynasty were all feudal times. Emperors and vassal lords governed separately. That is, from Yao and Shun through the Xia, Shang, and Zhou dynasties, the feudal system was adopted. According to Shuowenjizi, feng means enfeoffing land to vassal lords according to their titles. It is composed of zhi, tu, and din, cun, meaning to abide by the system. A duke or marquis was granted a territory of 100 square li. An earl was granted 70 square li. And a viscount and a baron were granted 50 square li. That is to say, feng is to enfeoff this land to vassal lords according to the rank of their titles. It is an associative compound of zhi, tu, and tun. Cun indicates abiding by the enfeoffment system. A duke or marquis had a territory of 100 square li. An earl had 70 square li. Viscounts and barons had 50 square li. Then the vassal lords would further enfeoff the land they received to their ministers. Between each layer of enfeoffed land, ditches were dug, soil was piled up, and trees were planted to mark the boundaries. Its original meaning refers to piling up soil and planting trees to mark the boundaries, such as in the words fengjian and fengjiang dali. For example, in Zuo Zhuan, Duke Shi's 30th year, having made Zheng its eastern border, it also desired to expand its western border. Here, si means to expand. Generally speaking, the state of Jin had already made Zheng its eastern border, and then it wanted to expand its western border by enfeoffing vassal states. How was it done specifically? First, soil was piled up along the border, and then trees were planted on the mounds to mark the boundaries. The picture shows two hands planting trees in the soil. How did the people of the Shang dynasty describe this scene? In the small box at the lower left corner of the first form, this bronze inscription example was selected from a Shang dynasty vessel named Feng Gui. On the left and right sides are figures of two people putting trees into the fields. The first form, the oracle bone script of Feng in the Shang dynasty. It looks like two hands on the left and right are planting trees into the soil. It implies that hands plant trees on the soil mound to mark the boundary. The second form, also oracle bone script of the Shang dynasty, is simplified to one hand. It's like the character yo, which represents the right hand, planting the character mu, which represents a tree into the soil mound. The third form, the bronze inscriptions in the late Western Zhou dynasty. The pictorial feature of the original tu at the lower left weakens, and the character feature becomes more obvious. At the bottom is tu with a vertical line. The horizontal line on the top is shown as a dot. Above is a tree, and the roots of the tree have been planted into the soil. On the right is the shape of a hand. The fourth form, the large seal script of the Warring States period, Feng in pottery inscriptions. The right side is a hand-shaped part, putting a tree into the soil. The original dot becomes a short horizontal line. The Feng in the lower right small box is from the Warring States bamboo and silk writings, Yunmengzhou. The fifth form, the small seal script of the Eastern Han dynasty. After being standardized into lines, it's written like this. The lower left is tu, and the part above originally representing mu turns into zhi. There's an extra short line at the lower right, making it cun. The sixth form, after being transcribed into official script, it's the feng in the Kaokun stele of the Eastern Han official script. The left has two tu characters, one above the other, and the right is cun. The seventh form, the regular script in the Tang dynasty, like the feng in Yan's and Ou's styles, plus running script and cursive script. Trace back to the origin and learn authentic oracle bone inscriptions.